left pain-free for the first time in my life. I could almost cry.
Hi guys, we're getting ready to go into the Springfield clinic. I just want to give you all a tour. This is the fun part of my job, is I get to go visit all the clinics and talk to patients, and we've got our amazing doctors. This is Dr. Eric in here in Springfield and Alyssa. So let's come on in and show you what it looks like, give you a little tour. So welcome to Well Health Springfield. Of course, you come on in here, got beautiful Miss Alyssa up the front. That's great. Come on in here. We got some patients started.
Hey, I've seen you on the video.
On the videos. All right, remind me your name again.
Lisa Daggs.
Lisa Daggs.
Yeah.
And who's this?
This is Mr. Mowgli.
Mr. Mowgli's here
He's
today.
my therapy dog. But I have good news for you. I did the 3-month,
Yeah.
you know, the hardcore one, and I fly out a lot, so y'all were really great about letting me do my 24
Yeah.
when I could.
Okay.
You know, and didn't make me stick to that because I was out of state.
Yeah.
But I just re-upped because I saw my x-rays yesterday.
Tell me, how'd they look?
You know what? For a back, I have a military neck. I have 14% curvatures in my spine. I have spurs and fractures. And my tailbone was starting to turn the opposite way.
That's a problem.
And when we saw the x-rays, there was movement, and I started to get some curvature back. You know, your neck's supposed to go that way, and your head sits on it, mine's straight. Starting to see curvature, and I saw some movement in my back. So I went ahead and bit the bullet because I'm worth it. And so
Amen.
I'm doing another. And what I love, the atmosphere in here.
Yeah.
And I love Dr. Eric. He's
Dr.
great.
Eric's
And
awesome.
Alyssa has such a sweet spirit. So,
Sweetest one.
and you let Mowgli come in every now and then.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
all
right.
good.
He's a therapy. No, he doesn't have his vest on today.
I
but
just
he can
really
come.
recommend it. I bought my second bottle of silver.
Yep.
It's my third, actually. I
Yep.
bought the lower dose,
Yeah.
and I celebrated 37 years clean and sober yesterday, so I'm kind of a hardcore. I need a punch.
on.
I need a punch, so I went to the stronger one.
Okay.
I didn't sense a difference with the smaller
Yeah.
dose, but the 30.
Just want to get you, huh?
Yeah, I didn't feel well one day. I travel a lot, and I took 2 shots of it, and I bounced right back. So
God's good.
I'm a believer
God's good. And
in
here's the
more
thing.
ways than one.
Well, and here's the thing, and this is what we like to tell everybody, is particularly when your neck is military and you have spurs in there, arthritis, there's nothing that's going to stop arthritis except for what we do here. So how cool is it that your neck was in a process of fusing and being done?
Oh, definitely.
You know, 20 years from now,
Yes.
what would your range of motion have been like in your neck, right?
Not.
Yeah, but now,
That now I'm
Even if it-
able, when I left here after the red light, because I've done this before
Yeah.
with other chiropractors.
Yeah.
I've had a regimen, but I've never had one that you start here on this, and then you go in and do your neck. I even have one of the neck machines in my basement in the workout room, and then you get adjusted, and then you get set, and that helps your guts and everything.
we did not talk about this before, but this is a great commercial. Thanks.
This is awesome. No, I just talked to
Yeah, forgive it to her.
I just have a friend that's very much into
Yeah.
like cocoa
Yep.
and all of the different natural remedies. And she said that helps your kidneys and your liver and everything. I'm like, what? And then they have the red light, and I left pain-free for the first time in my life. I could almost cry. And it didn't quite stay. That's why I have to keep coming back.
That's right. Hey,
What do they say in AA and NA? Keep coming back. It works if you work it,
it
right?
works if you work it. We're doing the plan. And
Yeah, so
Well,
I'm
you're-
doing it again. You know,
Yep.
it's money, but I'm worth it.
Well, the thing is you have living tissues,
Yes.
and they do heal.
Yes.
But you got to take the right steps forward. Well, thank you so much.
All right, thank you for being here.
My pleasure. See you,
Yeah.
buddy. All right, let me give you a little tour here.
I've made a friend too. She's
got a
back
friend?
again.
There's Lisa over there. You know, we're family. And all right, well, good. So as she was saying, so in here we loosen up. This is we loosen the low back. Around here in the corner, we loosen up. We stretch the computer out of your neck. And then in here, this is Dr. Eric. This is where we do our adjusting. Of course, we've always got something going on. This is our silver gel that we use. It's antibacterial. We've got our salt we do for remineralization. Just always recommending things. We've got Christian music pumping in. And Dr. Eric, how's it going, buddy?
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's our guy. Sorry, we'll do some knuckles. There, it got weird. Got weird quick there, didn't it? This is Lisa, right? Kim, like I said, this is Kim. Right here. Kim, how's it going?
It's going good,
So, Kim-
especially after adjustments and
She's
getting your
doing-
back cracked.
Yeah, she drives the church bus, and not on the church bus, but somebody rear-ended her the other day in her car, right?
Yes, yes,
She's all-
yes.
Had her all put together, and then somebody unput her together. But how's it been in here?
It's been great. It And I tell you, this red light therapy, however it needs to get pushed through
Yeah.
for, actual treatment,
Yeah.
insurance approved treatment, we got to get it done, because I went a period of time without it, and then when I was able to start doing it again, I could tell a big difference.
Yeah.
And they just don't have enough medical
Yeah.
backing, is what they
Well,
say.
yeah, because it works. That's the thing. Is
It
we
does
adjust
work.
the
It
spine.
absolutely.
And what the red light does is stimulates the mitochondria to heal the tissue faster, which is incredible. As a matter of fact, they did a study in 2016 in Canada where if you do it with braces, I don't know if you've heard this study, if you have braces and you do red light therapy 3.5 minutes one time per day, it reduces the time to need braces from 104 days to 48 days.
Wow.
Yeah, because what it does is it stimulates that tissue locally to heal. So when we adjust your spine, we're breaking up scar tissue and we're getting the bones back together. And then when you go on the red light bed, it stimulates those ligaments to heal back down quicker. And that's what you're feeling, as well as all the other things.
Oh, yeah, it's all hand in hand.
All the things, yeah. So,
So-
well, Kim, thank you so much for being a great patient.
Yes.
So how long have you been a patient here?
Since June.
Since June. What a great thing. Would you recommend it to other people?
Oh, absolutely.
How do you
I
think-
tell people all the time to come.
We appreciate it. Tell me about Dr. Eric. Is he a good guy? Trustworthy?
I don't know. Yeah, he is. He's a great guy. He takes really good care of us, and
He's amazing.
very personal. It's not like your typical doctor's office.
That's right. Dr. Eric and I went to chiropractic college together.
That's what he was telling me in
I'll
St.
show you.
Louis.
I'll show you a picture of what he looked like when he was 24, without his
okay.
beard.
Can't wait to see that.
He was skinny like me. Now remind me. Now I'm going to get this wrong.
Marisa.
Marisa. I was so close. Marisa. Doctor, you just got an adjustment. You feeling better?
I am.
So she is standing on our vibe plate here. So this is what we do when we get done. So we loosen the spine in the middle, and this is where the neck stretcher, and then we get an adjustment, and then we come on our vibe plate. And this is what stabilizes the muscle when we get done with the adjustment.
Love this.
Yeah.
I can feel it all the way up in the back of my head and my neck and
Yeah.
my low back are my two issues.
Yeah.
And so you can actually feel it run all the way up. And I've actually, like, low backs felt better.
Yep.
I had some neuropathy in my toes, but since everything has gotten adjusted, and this thing I love, I think it's helped.
That's
The
amazing.
the neuropathy in my toes are much better.
Well, that's amazing. And it's not like a lot of times for neuropathy, people will take a nerve pill that basically deadens the nerve so you don't feel it, right? But instead with an adjustment, we're not trying to deaden the nerve. We're actually just trying to restore the nerve so that it works the way that God designed you when you were in mama's womb.
Well, and I've never taken anything for it. It's just that my toes would,
Yeah.
feel swollen, or they would be
Yeah.
hot, or they would be cold, and with the supplements and everything too,
Yeah.
thyroid issues,
Mhm.
which is actually what got me in here.
Tell
was
me.
listening to you about thyroid issues
On the radio?
On the radio.
Yeah.
It's only been 5 months. Last time I went to the doctor with that or blood work was right after I started. So.
Yeah.
But things were down a little bit then. I don't actually go back again until January, so that's what
Testing.
Dr. Eric has asked about, how
Yeah.
things have improved, and it's like, well, I don't really know.
Yeah. How do you
Uh,
feel?
But I know my feet do not feel so cold
Yeah.
anymore, and the neuropathy is better, and
Something's
just getting my neck and my back adjust. I mean, I've
Have you been to a chiropractor before?
Yes.
How
yeah.
how does Dr. Eric rank in your?
He's up there. He
I didn't pay her to say that.
No, he ranks right up there with my chiropractor that I had for many years. Because my big thing is my neck,
Mm-hmm.
and I am very picky
Yeah.
about who cracks my neck.
Yeah.
And when he retired, I never could find anybody else
Yeah.
that
We hear
could
that,
get
yeah.
it to pop good, or that could get it to pop and then not make it hurt and
Yeah.
grind for a couple of days. So between the thyroid and knowing my neck was bothering me, and it had, because I hadn't been to chiropractic probably not since before COVID.
Yeah.
So 6 years
Yeah.
up until June.
Yeah. And Dr. Eric was able to.
He was able to help with the neck issue, get the curvature back in my neck. My mother's had like neck surgeries and all that kind of stuff, and I'm a retired police officer.
Really? Thank you for your service.
For spending 20 years driving a car with a bullet-resistant vest,
Turns out that's bad for you.
all that weight, yeah. So there's not a retired police officer around that doesn't have low back issues just from having all that weight and
Yeah.
stuff poking in your back all that time. But then I've always been very active. So
Yeah.
I've had some neck injury, snow skiing and
That's good.
cheerleading and
That's good. That's good.
basketball and volleyball. So to get that straightened out, I knew I didn't want to end up
Yeah.
having neck surgery like my mother has had and get things fused. So,
Yeah. And we hear that a lot with people. In particular, it's funny because we work so hard in our working careers and beat ourselves up, and then you retire, and that's when most people, they kind of sit and get sedentary, and they lock up, and surgeries happen, and all the things happen, and you're taking an active approach, a healthy approach that doesn't just let's cut you open and throw a bunch of pills down your throat.
I had been waking up about 3 o'clock every night because the only time I would lock up would be when I went to bed. And I was waking up about 3 o'clock every night with just a splitting headache at the base of my skull.
Yeah.
And it didn't take, I don't know, a couple of weeks of getting adjusted again and the red light therapy with the neck.
Yeah.
I haven't had a headache in nearly 5 months.
That's awesome.
So,
That's awesome. Hey, well, I appreciate your kind words. Thank you so much. I've been a great patient here. We appreciate you. Thank you. We're going to keep our tour going. That's awesome. I'm not paying these. This is great. I love it. I'm sure maybe Dr. Eric's paying them under the table. Is that what we're doing here?
hey, I drive an hour. I drive down from Bowling Green, Kentucky to come down here.
Wow. Well, it's worth it. I think Dr. Eric's worth it. We went to school together, and
I'm sorry.
yeah, I know. Yeah. So we, so
You
Dr.
seem to turn out okay in spite
Well,
of it.
you know, but yeah, no, Dr. Eric's a stud. He's a stud back then. He's a stud now, and we're just super grateful. So so just anybody's watching this who goes to a different clinic. So we teach. So the average chiropractor adjusts like 100 people a week. I used to adjust 300 people a day. And I'm third generation chiropractor. So I developed a technique that we use with adjusting. And Dr. Eric does that technique. We all do a version of that. But what you're saying is, and he did it before me teaching him. We work hard to move the bone without pain. And that's a really important thing. Number one, he's got to move the bone whether it hurts or not. Like if you don't move it, you're going to be locked up with arthritis, you're going to have headaches. However, I think there's a super important component, which is the technique required to adjust it without just feeling like your head ripped off.
All chiropractors are not created equal.
We are not the equal.
All chiropractors
Yeah, right.
are not created equal.
Amen to that. We're weird, and a bunch of weirdos too. We're the ones that buck the system. I mean, that's it. Now I think that our system's starting to be more mainstream, but by nature we're the ones who question the system. So, and now at Well Health Chiropractic, we all are trying to do these adjustments where we do. I call it a triple axis technique. Is what we did. It's very specific and very strategic of how we place the body, so that when we're adjusting, we're not fighting you. So that way it moves as pain-free as it can be done. So
Well,
which is
and
good.
what got me down here was hearing your radio on WTN.
I got a face for radio.
Talking about the thyroid.
Yeah.
Because I have thyroid issues and have had forever. And now I'm having some parathyroid issues.
Okay.
And they're talking about surgery. And it's like, I'm not on board with that. So,
And just remember, again, so your tissue is living tissue. And this is the big divide between the medical system and really our holistic, and not just chiropractors, but a holistic model of that. The medical system is like, hey, if you're a police car, right, you're a police officer, if you had to do a maneuver and banged up the bumper and popped a tire, and you got your car in the garage, it's always going to be banged, broken, and popped until you fix it. But that's not how your body works. Your body works, imagine if you banged up your car, popped a tire, parked it in the garage, and left it for a week, and you came back out and your tire's half inflated, and your bumper's slowly fixing itself. Well, that's what your body is doing on the inside. So even when it comes to parathyroid, it's a little gland in there, there's a little gland in here, and it controls a lot, and it can cause a bunch of havoc. Parathyroid gets goofed up a lot when you have a high adrenal life. That's not a police officer, is it? Right.
or a child who's caring for ill parents.
Well, there you go. And she just said it. You don't have to have, be an Army veteran to have parathyroid issues, and that's a big thing. So, but remember, they get a lot of calcifications in that, and there's a lot of research that it can uncalcify and it can work again. So you're doing all the right stuff, and your body will heal. But your body's can only heal as much as the components that it's been given. If you were somebody who was building a house, you would want the blueprints, you would want the contractor to tell people what to do, you'd want the laborers, to do the work, and then you also need the components. Like if somebody's building your house, you need wood and nails and screws and paint and plumbing and wires. Well, that's what our vitamins do. And then the workers are your cells, right? And that's where our red light therapy helps to work. But the big piece is that chiropractic component, because what we're doing is that's like your superintendent following the plans of the blueprint. Because the way your body is designed is the nerve controls the parathyroid. The nerve controls the thyroid. If I cut the nerve to your thyroid, that thing shrivels up. And as a matter of fact, if I cut the nerve to your thyroid, within 7 days you'd be dead, because that tissue become necrotic and poisonous and kill you. So if we cut the nerve, it kills you. If we pinch the nerve, it doesn't work right. It slowly kills you, right? And slowly and again, I just say that to encourage you that you do the right things when you're playing by the God set of rules, which is taking the pressure off the nerve so the body can control itself. We're allowing the cells to do the work. We're trying not to damage it as much as we can, re-damage it. And then you're putting in the right components with nutrition and supplements and good exercise. Your body's living tissue. And there's a ton of research that shows that even if you have calcification on your parathyroids, that those things will uncalcify and your body will work again. So it does take time though, but you're doing good. What else are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Right? What else are you going to do? So, well, thank you so much for the kind words. Appreciate you. Let's keep on our tour. This is where all our kids play. Apparently, we don't like our kids around here. I'm just kidding.
I haven't seen any kids this morning.
Yeah, no kids this morning. Hopefully they're all in school. Or homeschool kids coming. Yeah, right. Usually it is full. And anyways, we do have a bunch of kids stuff in here. So let me show you here. This is our repetitive cervical traction room. If you've never seen this before, basically this thing goes behind your neck, and this goes under your chin, and you stretch down. Oh yeah, it feels so good. And what that does, we do that about 20 to 50 times before the adjustment, and that actually helps to pull that curve, stimulates those ligaments to heal and move in your spine. It's called repetitive cervical traction. It also heats up your discs and your ligaments, so that way when you get adjusted, it's smoother and it's more effective. So that's why we just call it repetitive cervical traction. Okay, let me show you new patients in. This is our new patient room. A lot of times we're doing exam stuff, so we put all our stuff in a little basket. But this is what we do. We're heavy into education. Of course, we have a TV here. We use a lot of video education as well, because we want our patients. We want you to know what's going on. In the Bible, it says that we are our own physicians, and our body, the healing comes inside of you. So it's important that you know how you heal. So we want to educate on how the body heals and what areas that you might have broken down in the course of your life that's unique to you. But again, it's so funny. A lot of times, one of my first questions when people come in and they've got some complex case and I'm back to my medical doctor and we're still working through this and still having these issues, and I'll just say, okay, you've been living in your body for the last 53 years. What do you think is causing your problem? And it's amazing. Most people will be like, you know what? I was all good until that one time I was trying to flip off a swing with my kid and I wiped out and whacked my back, and ever since then it feels like my body's just never been the same. We hear that all the time. I was fine up until I had a divorce, and then everything just went off the rails. And so we can quickly identify, well, that's probably going to be some hormone issues, and let's look at control of hormones and some supplements and how do we get some of those. We all have stress, so that's not a cop-out. We all have stress. If your body can't deal with that stress, then maybe we need to do something different. Anyways, I say that. That's why we do it. Because we joke, this is like Burger King. Around here, you can have it your way. You know what I'm saying? In here, this is our red light therapy bed. We'll put some B-roll so you can see this bed in here. Again, this is the bed that stimulates the healing of your ligaments, your tissue. It also, literally any cell that goes in front of there, your thyroid cells. So women that come in, they can sleep better. It's just incredible. Man, anybody. It's just incredible healing technology that when we paired it with chiropractic made all the difference in the world. We were seeing since post-COVID patients were just having slower healing responses, even to chiropractic and healthy things. And we put the red light therapy and added that to treatment. And not only did healing get as good as it was pre-COVID, it got better. So you got to check that out. This is a storage closet in here. Let me show you this kind of fun. So we do full digital x-rays. And so in here. These are brand new units, and it's a digital x-ray machine. So what that means is you actually get less radiation from this machine than you do from flying in an airplane Southwest up high in the atmosphere. So this is super important. This is why we shoot x-rays. I've got this one covered up here so you can't see the patient name. But you can see this is what we typically see. And this is somebody who's going to be, this is about a 50, I think I saw about 51 years old here. And you can see the green line, the curve like this is supposed to be in your neck, and that's normal. And the red line is this patient. But let me show you why that's important. When your neck gets straight like this, every time you walk, it's jam, jam, jam. And your neck gets straight from old whiplash. It causes arthritis. And you can look. Now let's actually zoom in here, and you can see, see these little spikes in there? That's arthritis. And you can see how that space between those two bones is a big space? That's a fat, happy, fairly normal disc. Well, down here, what do you see? Like there's 50% of that disc left or 60% left. So that thing's already degenerated down 40%. You can see we got spurs and spikes here. These nerves right there going to the thyroid, arms, shoulders, hands, heart, lungs. That's, we often see with blood pressure issues. That's all post-whiplash. And you can see that. See these red lines right here? See how they don't line up? Those lines are supposed to be in a perfect alignment. So I see a bit of a torn ligament here. I see a bit of a torn ligament here. You can see these white spikes. That's arthritis. And here's the thing. This is going to develop arthritis, degenerate, and shrink that disc until you restabilize the ligament. As long as that's going, this person's 51, probably feels good and is great. 71, when that disc is 20% left and those ligaments and the arthritis is shoving in there and reducing that range of motion, you're going to have pinched nerves that are going to be hard to deal with. And then you're also just going to be having decreased range of motion and a lot of pain. But because this person at 51 has decided to get their spine corrected, we do the repetitive cervical traction. Of course, we do the disc, the wobble disc to warm up. Then Dr. Eric's going to adjust this person, restore the movement to the neck. Then they're going to do the vibe plate, which is going to stimulate the little muscles, ligaments, and tendons to stabilize the spine. Then they're going to lay on the red light therapy bed, which is going to accelerate the healing in the spinal ligaments. And then when you do all of that for a period of time, we're going to watch this neck to curve back. We're going to watch that stability come in, and we're going to watch the arthritis stop. So this guy can be, this is very similar, by the way, to my dad. He can be 72 years old, at 51 years old on medication, at 72 years old like my dad, no medications, full range of motion. My dad is an amazing guy. Just watched our kids play flag football last night. We won the game, which was great. And my dad's just an amazing human. Proud to have him part of my life, and that's what I want for you and your family, and that's why we do all of this. Anyways, cool stuff. So we do x-ray. Let's finish our tour here. I think we're about done. Last thing is that there's just a bathroom back there that's nice. But let's cruise on up. Let's say hi to Alyssa now that she's not as busy. There's Dr. Eric getting it done. Hi, buddy. All right, Alyssa, how's it going in here?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Don't mind our camera stuff here. All good. So tell us, how's it like working for Well Health?
It's pretty awesome. I love the people here, get along with the patients very well. We love our patients to death. We are in the nitty-gritty with them, and it's just good to be here.
We're so glad to have you. Alyssa's just a sweetheart patient, loves Jesus, loves serving on people. Clearly the kids love her because they have decorated the office, which we love.
They're so cute.
And we're so glad to have you. What would be one thing that you could say that you see commonly our patients say after their first maybe week or two of care here?
Oh, gosh. That's a tough one.
Okay.
I would say a lot of people find a lot of relief even early on after coming for just a couple times here. A lot of people say that they just kind of feel like they're walking lighter, they feel like they're sleeping better, and they always say, I don't know what it is about you guys, but I feel different. And so it's just, I think, a mixture of us pouring into them spiritually as well as being surrounded by amazing people here. I think we just have a really good community here. So.
You do have a great community here. It feels good in here. Feels good.
Yeah,
well, thank you
it
so
does.
much for all your hard work. This is one of the best of the best. So that's our tour of Springfield. If you live in the area, please come on by. Hello. And come visit us. We have 15 offices around Nashville. Our goal is 1,000 clinics just like this one. We might have, I don't know where we're playing this video, but if we've got a Well clinic near you, make sure you come on in and give us the opportunity to serve you, hopefully impress you, and get your body working and feeling the way that God designed it from above supernaturally when He knit you together in Mama's womb. I'm Dr. Ben and look forward to seeing you soon.